The movie begins with a scene that shows a quarantine zone in an area, asking people to slow down. Looking closer, it is the Daejeon area of South Korea, and there is a checkpoint, where every employee wore a suit and the cars were sanitized and checked. After getting the car checked, a curious driver asks a person why they are sanitizing and cleaning the cars. The employee answers saying it is not a foot and a mask disease, but a minor leak that had taken place in the biotech district. The man seems frustrated as he complains about his frequent visits to the area and the frequent checks that have been taking place that he feels are annoying and useless. To calm him down, the employee lies, saying it will end soon. After leaving the checkpoint, the man is seen frustrated and grumbling to himself about the whole situation at the checkpoint. At that moment, his phone starts to ring, and in order to pick it up on the seat next to him, he bumps into something. Curiously, he gets down to see what came under his car. When he says nothing about the unusual under or around his car, he grumbles, getting back into the car and leaves. When the camera focus changes, a deer is seen getting up from the middle of the road. His eyes are peculiar, which almost looks like he is possessed by something. A man is seen working in his office and is attending to a call from a client. By the end of the call, he looks frustrated. Later, we learn that the man in the scene is a fund manager whose name is Seok-woo, who is a cynical workaholic and a divorced man. He calls another person named Kim, who is a worker in the company, inside his office while simultaneously looking at an article that is on the mysterious deaths of the fish in the Daejeon Reservoir. When Mr. Kim enters Seok-woo's office, Seok-woo asks him to sell all the related funds. Mr. Kim is shocked to hear it and tries to point out the cons he and the company could face with the decision, but is stopped by Seok-woo, who orders him to follow his instructions and get to work immediately. Following the orders, Mr. Kim leaves the office. Seok-woo is then seen exiting his car while talking to his ex-wife. He tells her about their daughter Suwon's wish to meet her in Busan, adding that it was her idea to do so. Not believing anything his wife says, he yells at her. The wife also mentions her daughter's birthday being tomorrow, and whether Seok-woo remembers it and has gotten a gift for the small girl or not, but Seok-woo cuts the call. After the call, he picks up bags from the backseat and leaves the basement to go home. He enters the house, and an old woman, who we later learn is his mother, greets him by the door, asking whether the man had eaten. He agrees and asks for his daughter. She tells him that Suwon is in her room, and Seok-woo walks towards it. Inside the room, he sees his daughter hiding inside the blanket and talking to her mother, and when she feels her father's presence, she hangs up. He asked her about the Busan trip and whether she is the one who told her mother about it, adding that he is busy this week and next week would be preferable. But it can be seen that there is an awkward silence between them, and in order to break it, Seok-woo removes a gift from the bag he just brought from the car. He gives the pre-birthday gift to his daughter while wishing her, asking her to open it. Suwon unwraps the gift and sees that her father has given the same gift he bought for her on Children's Day. When Seok-woo asks whether she wishes to have something else, Suwon tells her father the wish to go to Busan and see her mother. She is persistent about her wish to go to Busan, and Seok-woo gives in. They decide to leave for Busan by train tomorrow. When Seok-woo is in his room freshening up, his mother tells him about Suwon's disappointment in him not being there at the recital to support her. He watches a video of her attempting to sing at her recital but succumbing to stage fright in his absence. In the morning, when it is still dark outside, the father-daughter duo is seen in the car on their way to the station while Suwa is talking to her mother and informing her of the same. Seok-woo starts talking about the recital and asks his daughter about the same. At first, Suwon is shocked to know about her father knowing about it despite not being there. But while Seok-woo explains the importance of completing what one starts, he hits the brakes immediately as dozens of firefighters rush across the car. They reach the station and board the KTX 101 train at Seoul Station, en route to Busan. Other passengers on the train include a high school baseball team, including a player named Yong-guk and his cheerleader girlfriend named Jinhee. Elderly sisters In-gil and Jong-gil, the train attendant Kai-chol, and a homeless man who is hiding in the bathroom. Seok-woo enters the compartment with his daughter while talking on a call with someone that informs him of the strike at Ansan Industrial Park, asking him to prepare a report. He informs the man of his arrival at the office before lunch. When the train doors are about to close, a woman runs inside it. She is seen breathing heavily. When the train is on its way, the ill woman who ran inside the train is tying a cloth on her leg while chanting "I am sorry," and a passenger named Yeon-suk complains about the homeless man that is hiding inside the bathroom. Looking inside, he finds the man in a corner, lost in his thoughts, and only answers with "all are dead" whenever he is asked any question. Suwa left her seat to look at the homeless man and then went to the bathroom, where she is told by Sang-hwa to use another bathroom as his wife is inside and it might take time. Seok-woo, who now wakes up with his phone ringing, realizes that her daughter is not in her seat. While looking around, he takes the call and Mr. Kim informs him of the strike being unusual and that the problem is spread nationwide. The ill woman is spotted by a train attendant while she is having seizures. While calling for help, she does not notice the woman who is now turned into a zombie. When she turns around, she is attacked by the ill woman and turns into a zombie herself, and both the women start to infect the whole compartment filled with baseball players. Seok-woo looks around the bathrooms to find his daughter and sees people gather around, some running away. Realizing it is a zombie attack that could infect him, he starts to run away, and on his way, he picks his daughter up. Sang-hwa, who is patiently waiting for his wife outside the bathroom, sees people running from one compartment to another and informs his wife of the same. When they are talking, a man attacks a woman, and Sang-hwa, who offers to help the woman, picks up the man off her only to realize that he is a zombie. Locking him in the bathroom and scared for his pregnant wife and unborn child, he asks her to run, but Seong-kyung is so shocked that she does not react. They both run together with dozens of zombies behind them and head towards a compartment that is full of people who had successfully escaped from these zombies. Thinking Sang-hwa and his wife is zombie too, Seok-woo shuts the door and leaves them outside. Sang-hwa punches the zombies away from his wife, while Seong-kyung pleads with Seok-woo to open the door, and the couple soon enter. While trying to find the lock, Seok-woo tells Sang-hwa about the fact that zombies do not know how to open doors and that they only attack when they see them. Thinking quickly, Seong-kyung pours water on the door and sticks newspapers to it so that the zombies cannot see them. The zombies outside stop and start to go away from the door. Inside, Seok-woo and Sang-hwa start to argue as Sang-hwa feels Seok-woo needs to apologize to them to shut the doors in their face. The announcer announces that the train will not stop at Cheonan and will continue its journey, adding that it is an order from the control center. Seok-woo gets a call from his mother asking about their condition, but points out the peculiar way his mother is talking, realizing that she too is bitten and now a zombie. At the station, people on the platform start to try ways to get inside the train but are attacked by the zombies. On the news, a man informs people that districts have been closed down due to the epidemic the country is facing and for the safety of the people around them. Internet reports and phone calls inform the same thing. The announcer informs them that the train will terminate its services at the Daejeon station and military help will be provided to all. Sang-hwa and Seong-kyung interact with Suin when her father leaves her alone in a corner. Seok-woo calls a person named Min who assures him of the military presence at the Daejeon station, but he also mentions them being quarantined for some time. Not wanting to be quarantined, he bribes Min to provide him with a solution. Min tells Seok-woo to not go to the main square and instead go to the east one where his men would help the father-daughter. The homeless man overhears the whole conversation. When the train reached the Daejeon station, people were skeptical but soon got down and started to walk towards the exit. While walking towards the exit, Seok-woo changes his direction and starts to take Suin to the east side, as he was told. Sang-hwa notices this but ignores it and continues his walk. The homeless man follows Seok-woo and confesses to overhearing his conversation. Suin does not like this and calls her father selfish, adding that it was because of this reason that her mother left him. On the other hand, the zombies attack the people in the main square and enter the inside of the station. When Suin is about to be bitten by a military zombie, Sang-hwa saves her as Seok-woo is a tad far away from his daughter, and all four start to run. While running, Seok-woo is attacked by a zombie. He tries to get the zombie off of him but could not, and that's when the homeless man helps him by putting a jacket over the zombie's head. They both run towards the door and Seok-woo enters just in time with the help of Sang-hwa. While the men are busy holding the door, the others run and enter the train that they had just left. Kai-chol and Jin-hee direct the people to the train, but Yeon-suk, being selfish, demands the train to leave without taking more people in. On the other hand, the door that the men are holding breaks and the zombies start to enter, making everybody run. Seok-woo is stunned and shocked when he witnesses his friend being bitten by a zombie, but Seok-woo snaps him out of his trance and they all get inside the train. Sang-hwa is the last person to get on the moving train with the help of Seok-woo. Sang-hwa calls his wife and asks about her well-being, and also informs Seok-woo of her daughter's well-being, whereas Yeon-guk calls Jin-hee and sighs in relief after knowing she is safe. While the men are talking, Yeon-guk informs the duo that everyone is in car 15 while they are in car 9. Determined to reach car 15, they start to get ready to pass the 4 cars that are full of zombies. Sang-hwa will lead the trio, followed by Yeon-guk and Seok-woo. They pass through 2 cars fighting with the zombies, but they also realize that they stopped in the 2 cars when they passed through a tunnel. They strategize and pass through the rest of the cars when the train is in a tunnel and reunites with Suin and Seong-kyung, who are hiding within Gil and the homeless man. They again begin to move towards the front train car where the rest of the passengers are. When the survivors reach the door, the passengers, especially Yeon-suk, did not allow them inside as they feared that they would be infected too. Sang-hwa sacrificed himself to give others time to open the door and get inside safely. Seok-woo promised to take care of his pregnant wife, and Gil is eliminated too. Seok-woo is furious at Yeon-suk as it is because of him, Sang-hwa dies. The passengers along with Yeon-suk demand the survivors to isolate themselves in the front vestibule. Jong-gil and Gil's sister is despairing her loss and finding no other alternative. She opens the door and allows the zombies to enter, where she is eliminated along with the rest of the passengers except Yeon-suk and Kai-chol as they hide inside the bathroom. Seok-woo goes inside the bathroom and tries to call his ex-wife, but she doesn't pick up. He receives Mr. Kim's call where he learns that it was their company's fault that the epidemic started. At the East Daegu train station, tracks are blocked and that forces the survivors to stop and search for ways to be safe. Seok-woo tells Seong-kyung, Jin-hee, Yeon-guk, and the homeless guy that Busan is safe. Yeon-suk escapes after pushing Kai-chol into zombies. He does the same with Jin-hee when they run into each other. Left heartbroken, Yeon-guk stays with Jin-hee until she turns into a zombie and eliminates him. The train conductor starts a locomotive on another track but is eliminated by the zombies when he offers help to Yeon-suk. The locomotive derails and traps the remaining survivors Seong-kyung, Suin, and the homeless man, but Seok-woo finds a way out only to be trapped by falling debris. The homeless man sacrifices himself so that Seok-woo can find time to clear the debris and save Seong-kyung and Suin. The trio gets on another locomotive where Seok-woo fights off zombies hanging on it. He encounters Yeon-suk, who is bitten by a zombie and is on the verge of dying, calling for help. While pushing him off, Seok-woo is bitten too. He puts Suin and Seong-kyung in the engine room, where he teaches Seong-kyung how to operate the train, and says goodbye to his daughter with tears in his eyes. He walks away and throws himself off the locomotive. Seong-kyung and Suin are forced to stop at a tunnel just prior to Busan, and they exit to continue the tracks on foot through the tunnel. The snipers are stationed at the other end of the tunnel and are prepared to shoot when they see a zombie, but lower their weapon when they see a pregnant Seong-kyung and Suin singing.